Hello everyone and welcome to our online class today. I'm Rachel from Yoga Mara, and today we will be doing a very gentle and slow vinyasa style yoga. We'll be focusing on the whole body, but just really coming into this with ease, with passion, compassion to yourself, and just making sure that you come into your own personal edge, so you're not pushing yourself to any form of discomfort. So we're going to begin on our backs, nice and gently. So when you're ready, coming onto the soles of the feet, bringing the sippos to the middle of the mat, reaching forward with both arms, as if somebody is trying to pull you up towards the front. As you exhale, we're going to tuck that tailbone in towards pubic bone, and really draw the navel in towards the spine as you slowly start to melt the body back down, one vertebrae at a time. Lower back, middle back, upper back. Really engaging the core here as we relax the shoulders, the head can rest on the floor. And when you're ready, slowly start to walk the heels up towards the glutes. In your own time, allow the soles of the feet to come together to touch, and let the knees drop out either side of the mat. So finding your reclining cobbler pose. Placing both hands, palms facing down over the belly. Option to take one hand over the heart area if you wish. And just allowing yourself this time to draw the focus and attention inwards. Allow everything to slow down here, to become still and quiet. Letting go and releasing any stresses or tension from your day thus far, from your weekend. Leaving it all at the door for this class. And begin to focus on your breath. Without changing your breath in any way, just simply observe it. Feel the belly rise and fall as you inhale and exhale here. Lovely way to finish off our long weekend. Showing ourselves this lovely piece of self-care. Allowing yourself this opportunity to take these next 45 minutes connect on a deeper level to yourself and notice how you're truly feeling in this moment. Notice how the body feels, any sensations you may be experiencing, any tightness in a particular area. Sending the breath here now, nourishing through any blockages you may be holding on to. Become aware of your energy levels. And simply taking into account how you feel today and honoring this space, respecting your own body and its own limits as you come into your flow, showing yourself the compassion and patience you deserve. If you have a little bit more of an opening in the hip area, you can start to walk the heels in towards the pelvis slightly. Or if you have any tightness here, you can move in the opposite direction. You draw the heels away from the body, creating that lovely diamond shape. Really just allowing everything to open up here, the heart, the hips, the mind. Creating this lovely sense of openness now within. And setting an intention for your practice this evening. Whatever may be important for you today. And And through each inhale, take in how you wish to feel. I know for me today, it is definitely patience. Taking in that feeling and notice how the body feels as you hold on to this image. And really see yourself as if it were already so. Carrying this with you through your practice today and for the rest of your week ahead. Relaxing here through each inhale and exhale. Allow yourself to become more relaxed, more comfortable, more at peace. In your own time, slowly beginning to open the eyes here with a soft gaze and gently releasing the hands as you draw them down either side of the hips, palms facing down. And when you're ready, slowly begin to draw the knees back towards one another, bringing the soles of the feet to the mat as we begin our warm-up here. So tucking tailbone in, drawing that pubic bone in towards tailbone, really imprinting the spine into your mat. Pressing down on all soles of the feet. Take an inhale as you extend the right leg only, keeping the left foot down on the mat. Start to extend that leg, sole of the foot facing the sky, or the ceiling. With both hands, you can interlace the fingers around the back of the thigh there. And slowly start to walk those hands up towards the ankle. Depending on your own flexibility here, you may wish to just stay at the thighs. And just slowly moving into this with each exhale, allow yourself to go a little bit deeper as we start to warm up the hamstrings here. So keeping a nice flexion in that foot, in that right foot, as you really engage the muscles in that right leg. Both hips are planted on the floor as you start to draw that leg towards the body. So just coming into this at your own pace, allowing the breath to guide the movement here. So really just taking nice, slow, even breaths. And through each exhale, moving into the space you've created with the breath. So it may be even only a centimeter that you're moving into this. Know that this is progress and allow yourself that patience as you move through this pose and this lovely stretch. Option to extend that left leg if you wish, otherwise keep a bend in that knee as you start to draw that leg closer and maybe start to walk the hands a little closer towards that right ankle, taking one more deep inhale and exhale here. In through the nose. Exhale, side out through the mouth, let it go. Good job. Slowly begin to walk the hands back towards the back of the knee there, coming back to the thigh. And from here, if your left leg is extended, we're going to bend that knee once more, coming down to the sole of that left foot. From here, we're going to start to take that right hand inside the right leg, maybe on the shin or the ankle, depending on your own accessibility here. And start to draw that leg, the right leg, out to the right hand side. I want you to take that left hand and press it down on that left hip. So we want to make sure that that left hip stays on the mat. And start to draw that leg out to the right hand side. Option again to extend that left leg as you draw that leg out, the right leg out. And really feeling this beautiful opening in that right inner thigh and the right hip flexor. Taking one more cycle of breath here in through the nose. Option if you wish to take the hand to the thigh, if that feels more secure for you, then go for it. Otherwise, if you do have more flexibility, you can take the hand around the ankle. And when you're ready, slowly start on the inhale to draw that right leg back up towards the sky. And when you're ready, if there is a bend in that knee on your left leg, you can start to extend the left leg out here. As we bend right knee in, interlace fingers around the right knee, and start to draw that knee in towards the chest. Good job. When you're ready, release the knee and extend your right arm out to the right hand side, pressing down the palm, and take your gaze over your right shoulder. With that left hand around the right knee, start to draw that right knee over to the left hand side as we move into our supine twist. So you can take that right hip off the mat so the hips are stacked, and slowly pressing down into both shoulders, making sure that right shoulder stays planted on the ground. Take the gaze over that right middle finger and just breathing into this beautiful twist. Your right knee should be in line with your right hip as you draw that knee over closer towards the floor. Don't worry if it doesn't hit the floor today. Just know that that is what you're working towards. Your main priority should be on that right shoulder. If that right shoulder becomes light, start to draw the knee up towards the ceiling. Good job. On your next inhale, slowly beginning to draw the knee back up towards center. Coming down on that right hip. Exhale, releasing that right leg and just shaking the legs out here. Take the arms overhead. Interlace the fingers and press the palms up. Take a nice big stretch for yourself. Maybe taking the gaze over to the right and over to the left. Well done. Releasing the arms, taking the palms either side of the hips, palms face down. And slowly bring the soles of the feet to the floor, bending both knees here. Feet are hip width distance. And when you're ready, extending that left leg, sole of the foot to the sky. If you need to have a bend in that knee, that's perfectly fine. Just make sure you aren't pulling on any hamstrings here. If you feel any discomfort, bend the knee. I'm going to extend for this, taking the hands, interlacing them around that left thigh, making sure that left hip stays planted on the floor, and slowly with each exhale, begin to walk those hands towards that left ankle, or maybe even just towards the calf for today, choosing your own variation in this. As you exhale, start to draw that leg in towards the chest, the body. An option again to extend that right leg as you allow it to relax on the floor, and slowly drawing that leg in towards the body with that left leg. Breathing here nice and deeply, taking 2 more deep cycles of breath here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, draw the leg in. Last one here. Really tuning into the breath. It will really help you to go deeper into each stretch here, so making sure you tap into those nice, smooth, even breaths, releasing that leg. And when you're ready, we're going to walk the hands back down towards the thigh, and from here, taking your left hand and taking it inside the left leg. Option to place left palm towards the left ankle, or even the calf or thigh if that's more comfortable. Resting your right hand down on the mat or on the floor beside you. I want you to make sure that that right hip stays planted on the floor. Slowly start to draw that left leg out to the left hand side. Option to take a bend in that knee if you wish. Really opening up the hips here. Beautiful for the hips. And just breathing nice and deeply into this. Option to rest that right palm on the right hip, making sure it stays planted on the floor. One breath here. Inhale deeply and exhale completely. Good job. Inhale as you slowly start to draw that leg back up towards the ceiling, sole of the foot to the sky. And from here, we're going to extend that right leg if it's not already extended. And from here, bending that left knee, interlacing hands around the left knee and draw it in towards the chest. Option to bring the knee or the forehead towards the knee for a little squeeze. Relax the head and shoulders down. And from here, extending left arm out, palm faces down, hand is in line with shoulder. Take that right arm and hand outside left knee and start to draw that left knee over towards the right, finding your supine twist on the opposite side. Take a gaze over that left shoulder and over that left middle finger as you find this beautiful stretch and twist. So good for the spine and a lovely one for detox and digestive. So it really creates this lovely internal massage to the organs in our digestive system. Well done. Pressing into that left shoulder. Inhale as you slowly start to draw that left knee back up towards the sky, coming down on that left hip. This time I want you to draw both knees in, wrap the arms around both knees, give yourself a nice big hug and squeeze. Nose touches the knees, and relax the head back down. And gentle rock here from side to side, massaging out the lower back. Coming into this, nice and easy, nice and gently. Beautiful. Taking both hands around the knees, we're going to draw the knees out, finding a variation of happy baby pose. So we're going to draw those knees as if we're trying to touch our armpits here. Just opening the hips again, flexing the feet, and gentle rock from side to side. Well done. When you're ready, coming to a still pose, draw both knees in, and we're just going to cross one ankle over the other. It doesn't matter which one. Taking both hands around the soles of the outer edge of the feet. And from here, we're just going to draw the feet up towards the back of our mat, towards the head, coming off the lower back. As you exhale, we're going to roll forwards. Inhale, coming back. Creating this nice gentle rocking motion. Slowly building up momentum here. And eventually coming all the way up to a seated cross-legged position. So really engaging the core here. Steady yourself, and when you're ready, slowly coming up, sitting up nice and tall. Relax the shoulders away from the ears as you lift them down the spine. From here, taking the hands in front as we roll onto the knees and the hands. We're going to walk back. Coming to the middle of your mat, finding a tabletop position here as we move into our cat-cow, warming up the spine. So what you want is to make sure that both hands are in line with shoulders, knees are in line with your hips, and you have a soft bend in the elbows here. Pressing into all 10 finger points as you push away from the earth. So you're nice and strong through the shoulder blades here. Draw the navel in, engage the core. Feet are untucked and hip width distance. On your next inhale, drop the belly down and heart shines out here as you loop the shoulders back. Tailbone high to the sky and finding your cow pose. Exhale as you round the spine, tucking chin to chest. Tuck your tailbone in, press away from the earth, finding cat pose. Inhale, belly drops. Chest opens, gaze moves forward, heart shines out, cow pose. Exhale, round. Let's go for 2 more, moving into this at your own pace, allowing the breath to guide the movement as you exhale, press away from the earth. Last one. And exhale to round. Good job. On your next inhale, finding a neutral tabletop, nice neutral spine. We're going to move into our heart mountain pose. So what I want you to do is just to make sure the hips stay stacked above the knees. We're just going to walk the hands out as you extend the arms. So reaching towards the front of your mat. On an exhale, you're going to start to melt the chest and heart down towards the ground. And coming down onto the forearm, resting chin or forehead on the mat. As you breathe nice and deeply into this beautiful stretch, targeting the shoulders, the upper back and the upper arms here. So I want you to really relax into this. Allow the mind to settle into the breath as you find this lovely stretch. Nice long, even breaths here. Give me 1 more. Feel your heart drawing towards the floor as you melt down. Good job. As you inhale, lift the gaze. And slowly press down into the forearms. Slide the right palm back. Press down into the right palm as you draw left hand back, finding tabletop once more. When you're ready, we're going to take those knees out nice and wide so they touch either edges of the mat. Bringing big toes to touch. Sending the hips towards the heels. Allow the hands to walk up towards the front of your mat. Take an inhale as you find length through the crown of the head. Lift the chest. As you exhale, melt everything down. Relax the forearms down and relax the forehead. From here, just allowing your head to shake out here. Shake the head out, no. Massage the forehead out. Allow yourself to grow heavy in the hips here, finding your first child's pose, Balasana. So this is a rest and relaxation pose, and if you need to take it at any stage throughout your practice today, please do so. It's available at any stage. It's the beauty of yoga. It's really about tuning into your own body and your own energy levels. So if you feel tired or if you're in any discomfort, just know that this lovely resting pose is here whenever you need it. Connecting with your breath now as you find this lovely sense of stillness and rest. On your next inhale, lift the gaze and slowly begin to press down on the palms as you lift the hips up and forward, walking the hands back underneath the shoulders. Draw the knees back underneath the hips and finding your tabletop position once more. Press away from the earth. We're going to tuck the toes under. Taking an inhale, we're drawing the navel in towards the spine, really knit those ribs together and start to hover those knees off the mat. Soft bend the elbow here, really engaging the core, holding it here for one more cycle of breath. Exhale, slowly lower the knees down. Keep the feet tucked under. When you're ready, on your next inhale, come off the knees. Engage the core. And on your next inhale, let's send those hips back towards the heels and send them all the way up towards the sky. Drop the head in between the arms and slowly begin to extend the legs one at a time. Bend and extend opposite legs, finding your first downward facing dog of the class. You may need to walk the hands up slightly to create this lovely upside down V shape in the body. So adding movement to your down dog as you bend and extend opposite legs, feeling that lovely stretch in the back of the calves, the hamstrings. This pose is so good for creating space in the body. So if you do feel restricted and claustrophobic in the world we're living in today, this one can create that lovely sense of inner spaciousness, which we are all craving, I'm sure. When you're ready, coming to a still down dog. If the hamstrings are tight, you can take a bend in those knees. Keep that tailbone hips high to the sky. Melt the heart in towards the thigh bone, otherwise extending the legs here. On your next inhale, come high up on the tippy toes and wave the body forward, finding plank pose, Palakasana. Shoulders are in line with wrists. Press away from the earth, draw the navel in. Drop the knees down, keep the feet tucked under. Send the hips back towards the heels and send the tailbone high. Drop the heels down and find your down dog. Pedal it out. Breathing here. Let's go for one more. Inhale, high up on the tippy toes, wave the body forward, find plank. Drop the knees, send the hips back towards the heels, lift the tailbone high, and plug the heels, finding down dog. Pedal it out. Well done. When you're ready, come up high on the tippy toes once more. This time we're going to walk the feet up to meet the hands, nice and gently, coming all the way up to the top of the mat. Feet are hip width distance apart. So just measuring 2 fists in between your 2 feet. That should ensure you have the correct stance, and just sending the weight into the front of the feet here, into the balls of the feet and the toes. Let the head and arms hang heavy. Take a hold of each elbow with opposite hands, finding your ragdoll pose. An option to invite a gentle sway into the upper body here, just the torso, as you sway from side to side, creating that lovely sense of length through the waist, the rib cage. This is a beautiful one for the lower back, especially while we're all working from home. That can get very tense and blocked, so it can create a lot of tightness and pain. This one is a lovely way to ease that. When you're ready, coming to a still ragdoll. On your next exhale, release the hands, finding Uttanasana, forward fold. Option to take hands around shins, ankles, or if you're more advanced, taking 2-piece fingers around your big toe and really drawing the chest in towards the thighs. Let the head hang heavy. Breathe in here in your lovely forward folds. On your next inhale, sliding hands all the way up onto the shins and lifting the heart and chest. Loop the shoulders back, finding your halfway lift, L shape in the body. Exhale as you fold, chest comes to thighs, forward fold. On your next inhale, sweep the arms out, draw the palms together to touch. Take the gaze with you to the thumbs, upward salute. And as you exhale, drawing hands together in heart center, Uttanasana or Tadasana pose. Just Taking a moment here, pressing palms into one another and really engaging the forearms and grounding into all four corners of the feet. Tucking your tailbone in, standing nice and strong in your mountain pose as we move into our sun salutation series. When you're ready, on an inhale, bending the knees and sweeping the arms out and all the way up, palms come together to touch. On an exhale, we're going to swan dive, taking the arms out and hinge forward from the hips as we fold. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale as you slide hands up onto shins, leap the shoulders back, lift the chest, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, pressing down on both palms. Step right foot back, step left foot back. Find plank pose, draw the navel in. Exhale, drop the knees, flatten through the tops of the feet. Hug elbows in and slowly draw chest, chin, and eventually the whole body comes down onto the floor. Keeping the hands underneath shoulders, palms face down. Hug those elbows in. Inhale, peel the chest up. Find cobra, beautiful lower back bend. Keep the neck nice and neutral here. Exhale to lower. Tucking toes under, press away from the earth, come onto the knees. Send those hips back towards the heels. Lift the tailbone high, plug the heels. And find downward facing dog, paddle it out. Well done. When you're ready, coming to a still down dog, inhale, come high up on the tippy toes. Walk the feet up to meet the hands, nice and gently here. Feet are hip width distance apart. Inhale as you lift halfway, slide hands up onto shins, lift the chest, exhale, fold. Chest comes to thighs, Uttanasana. Inhale, draw the arms out, root to rise, take the palms together to touch. Exhale, hands come to heart center, Tadasana. Take a moment here, connect with your breath and your intention for today. Taking in how you wish to feel, and as you exhale, letting go of what stands in your way. Coming into round two, on your next inhale, take those arms up overhead. And as you exhale, swan dive, hinge from the hips and fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, slide hands up onto shins, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, pressing palms down onto the mat. Step right foot back, step left foot back, find plank pose. From here, dropping knees to the mat, flattening through the tops of the feet, hug elbows in, chest, chin, whole body comes down. Inhale, peel the chest up, find cobra. Draw the shoulders away from the ears and really hug those elbows in. Exhale, lower, tucking toes under, press away from the earth. Come onto the knees and take those hips up nice and high towards the sky. Plug the heels and find your downward facing dog, paddle it out. Well done. Always know a child's pose is available at any stage if you need it. Getting ready for round three, final round. Inhale, come high up on the tippy toes. Option here to walk or lightly jump the feet up to meet the hands, your choice. Inhale as you lift halfway. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. On your next inhale, take the arms out. And exhale, hands come to heart center, Tadasana. So this last and final round, we're going to move at a slightly quicker pace, but please know that you can always go slower if you wish. And we're really looking at connecting with our breath in this last and final round. So we're going to be taking one breath per movement here. When you're ready, on an inhale, taking the arms out, coming all the way up. Exhale as we fold, swan dive, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, step right foot back, step left foot back, find plank. Option to drop the knees for knees, chest, chin, or if you wish to do full chaturanga, you can start to shift the weight forwards, coming onto the tippy toes. Hug elbows in and slowly lower the body down and hover over the mat. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, find cobra, or option to find upward facing dog. Coming onto the tops of the feet here. Hands or your wrists are in line with shoulders, hips, thighs and knees hover over the mat. Open the chest, loop the shoulders back. Exhale, tuck the toes under, lift the hips up and exhale, plug the heels. Downward facing dog, paddle it out. Well done, everyone. On your next inhale, come high up on the tippy toes, wave the body forward, find plank. From here, dropping the knees down, flattening through both feet. Walk the hands back slightly And from here, we're just going to step that right foot in between our two hands. Take it all the way up towards the top of your mat. You may need to take the hand around the ankle and just walk it up, or heel to the foot up. What you want to do is find a nice deep lunge here, so that when you bend into that right knee, your knee is in line with the ankle. You can relax that back foot and make sure that you have a nice wide stance here between the front foot and the back one. When you're ready, coming up onto the fingertips, find length through the crown of the head. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Inhale as you draw both arms up. On an exhale, bring hands together in prayer. Hands come to heart center. Take an inhale, find length. As you exhale, I want you to send those hips forward and down. Coming all the way down. Nice deep lunge here. Well done. On your next inhale, sweeping both arms up. And we're going to send the palms facing out. On an exhale, we're going to draw the elbows back, finding cactus arms as we send the hips down and open up the chest. Option to take the gaze up to the sky, or if you wish, you can take it all the way back for a nice deep back bend. Inhale, as you send the arms up, extend the arms to lift the hips up. As you exhale, send the hips down and draw the elbows back, open the heart and chest. Option to take the gaze all the way back or just up towards the sky. Inhale, extend the arms, find length through the fingertips, lift the hips. As you exhale, draw the elbows back. Option to keep the gaze in front if that's more comfortable. So lots of different options here. Inhale as you lift the arms, extend them up. Exhale, we're going to windmill the hands, framing that right foot. Taking right hand inside right foot. Grounding into that left hand. Option to tuck left toes under and come off that left knee. Otherwise, keep it rested on the floor. Inhale as you extend that right arm all the way up to the sky, finding our runner's twist. So your both shoulders are stacked here, and we're really reaching that right palm all the way back, as if we're trying to touch something behind us. So really opening up through the shoulder and sternum area. Good job. Exhale, release that hand and take it outside that right foot. Frame that right foot and step right foot back. Find plank pose. From here, take it a vinyasa, either dropping these down or keeping them off the mat for chaturanga. Exhale to lower. Inhale, find cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, tucking toes under, lift the hips and plug the heels. Downward facing dog. Take a nice deep cleansing breath here. Inhale deeply, exhale completely through the mat, letting go of what no longer serves you. On your next inhale, come high up on the tippy toes. Wave the body forward, find plank, and drop the knees down flat through the feet. Walk the hands back slightly, and take that left foot all the way up towards the top of the mat. Good job. Coming onto the fingertips, and again just making sure that front knee is aligned with front ankle, really sending those hips forward and down. Squaring the hips off so that they're square to the front of your mat. When you're ready, on an inhale, draw the arms up. And as you exhale, bring hands together in prayer. And I want you here to make sure that that tailbone is tucked under. So I'm not collapsing into that lunge. I'm keeping nice and strong here through the pelvis. Pressing into the palms, engaging the forearms. Release the hands. Inhale as you draw both arms up overhead. And send the palms facing out towards the front of your mat. Find length as you inhale, lift the hips up. As you exhale, we're going to draw those elbows back, open through the sternum, the chest. Send the hips forward and down. Option to take the gaze up to the sky, all the way back. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Reaching through those fingertips. As you exhale, coming deeper into that lunge as you draw the elbows back. Open up the chest. Beautiful. Inhale, let's go for one more. Exhale. So that right knee is relaxed on the floor. Inhale, draw the arms up overhead, find length. As you exhale, windmill the hands and frame that left foot. Grounding into that right hand, we're going to take that left hand inside left foot. Option to tuck right toes under and come off that right knee, otherwise relax it down on the floor. I'm going to keep mine off for this one. Preparing for runner's twist. Inhale as you extend that left arm up. palm faces out and shoulders are stacked. What I want you to do with that left hand is start to reach it all the way back as you open up through the shoulder and the chest. Lovely. Releasing any tension here now, where we store a lot of our stress and tightness. Good job. Exhale, slowly release that left hand. Frame that left foot, step left foot back, find plank pose. And from here, option to move straight to down dog or take a vinyasa as you exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, find cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. Take a nice deep cleansing breath. Good job. Well done. From here, on an inhale, you're going to come high up on those tippy toes. Slowly begin to walk the feet up to meet the hands. Feet are hip width distance. Finding your forward folds. And just taking a nice deep cleansing breath here at your folds. On an inhale, slowly slide those hands up onto shins as you lift the chest, find your halfway lift. Exhale, fold, chest comes towards thighs. Inhale, draw the arms out, coming all the way up, root to rise. Take the palms together to touch. And exhale, hands come to heart center, Tadasana. Releasing the hands. And from here, we're going to take a nice wide stance back, stepping that left foot all the way back. So your back heel is off the mat. Both toes face the front. Release the arms. Take an inhale as you bend into that right knee. Draw the arms up overhead, finding your high lunge, crescent lunge. Spiraling those pinky fingers towards one another, creating that lovely external rotation of the shoulders. Tuck tailbone in. As you exhale, we're going to pivot on that back foot and open the arms out shoulder level, finding warrior two. So that back foot is parallel to the back of your mat. Your front foot, toes are facing the front, and we're really working that right knee back, creating this lovely deep inner thigh stretch, and making sure our gaze is over that right middle finger, torso nice and centered here. Let's fly the warrior, flipping the palms. Inhale as you extend that right leg and draw the palms together. Exhale, finding warrior two. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Really connecting with your breath here. Exhale, holding it here, warrior two. Flipping that right palm only. Take an inhale as we reach up and over that right arm. Rest left hand on left shin. Reverse the warrior. Exhale, drawing back into your warrior two. And windmill the hands here as you frame that right foot. Turn left toes to face the front of your mat. Step right foot back, find plank. Inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale, plug the heels, downward facing dog. Good job. On your next inhale, coming high up on the tippy toes. And from here, we're just going to slowly begin to walk the feet up to meet the hands once more. Feet are hip width distance apart. Take an inhale as you lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Chest comes to thighs. Inhale, draw the arms out, root to rise. Hands come together, and exhale, hands to heart center, Tadasana. Releasing the hands, this time stepping back with opposite foot. I'm going to turn and face the other side so you guys can see me properly. So taking a nice wide stance back with that right foot. Back heel is off the mat, both toes face the front, hips are square. Release the hands. Inhale as you draw the arms forward and all the way up. Find length through the fingertips as you inhale. Exhale, lower the hips. Inhale, find length. As you exhale, pivot on that right foot and open arms out, shoulder level, find warrior two. Ready to fly our warrior here. Flip the palms and extend that front leg, draw the palms together. As you exhale, moving into warrior two. Inhale. Extend your left leg. Palms come together. Exhale, draw the arms out. Inhale, extend and draw palms together. Exhale, bending into that left knee. Let's go for one more. Exhale, warrior two. Hold it here, warrior two. Keeping that gaze over that left middle finger. Flip the left palm. Take an inhale as we reach up and over with that right arm, reverse the warrior. Exhale, drawing both arms shoulder level, finding warrior two. And releasing the hands, windmill the hands. Turn on right toes and step left foot back. Inhale, come high up on the hips, and exhale, plug the heels. Downward facing dog. Pedal it out. On your next inhale, come high up on those tippy toes, wave the body forward, find plank. From here, dropping knees down, flattening through the feet, and walking the hands back slightly. From here, we're going to sit down on your left or right hip, it doesn't matter which one. And we're going to swivel the legs out in front as we begin to slow things down. So coming to the middle of your mat, sitting on the front edge of the sit bones here as you extend both legs out in front. Nice long tall spine. Release the hands, take an inhale as you draw arms up overhead. Palms face one another, find length through the fingertips. From here, on an exhale, we're going to hinge forward from the hips as we fold. So hands can relax either side of the body here, palms face down. Option to take a hold of the shins, the ankles, or if you're more flexible, more advanced in your practice, you can take those hands around the soles of the feet. And using your breath here, as you inhale, lift the chest, lift the gaze, create that space in the body. And as you exhale, move into that space as you fold torso over thighs. Taking 2 more deep cycles of breath here. Last one. This is a beautiful, nourishing posture. Stretching the backs of the legs, the spine. And on your next inhale, slowly start to lift the torso, stacking the vertebrae one at a time. Crown of the head coming up last. Gentle shoulder roll here. Pressing down on the palms and scooching the bum down, coming down onto the soles of the feet. Just like we began our class, reaching forward with both arms. Tucking tailbone in towards pubic bone and slowly start to melt the body back down, one vertebrae at a time, really engaging the core. Upper back relaxes down on the floor. Relax the shoulders, relax the head. And from here, we're just going to walk the heels up towards the glutes. Our last pose before we move into Shavasana to seal our practice this evening. Taking the soles of the feet to the sky. You're going to bend both knees, spread the legs out nice and wide, and thread the arms inside the legs. Taking your hands around the shins, the ankles, or the outer edges of the feet here in your happy baby pose. Making sure the tailbone hangs heavy, and you're drawing those knees in towards the armpits. Beautiful hip opener, lovely one for the inner thighs. An option to add some movement if you wish to sway from side to side, massaging out the lower back. If you wish, you can hook 2 peace fingers around the big toes, maybe extend and bend opposite legs, making whatever movements or adjustments you need to right now before we move into Shavasana. Lying in stillness for the last few minutes of our class. When you're ready, slowly releasing the hands, drawing both knees together, wrapping the arms around the knees. Give yourself a nice big hug. And when you're ready, releasing the arms, releasing the legs. As you find your final pose, Shavasana. If you wish to put on something warm here, please do, making sure you've no distractions, that you're nice and comfortable. And when you're nice and cozy, you can make sure that both legs are extended. Your feet are wider than the hips, toes are turned out. Arms are in a soft V here, and your palms face up towards the sky. If it's comfortable for you, you can begin to draw the eyelids closed as we take the attention and focus inwards once more. Tapping into the breath. Grounding force within, anchoring us back into the present moment. So much negativity going on in our external world at the moment. It is so easy to get chaotic in our minds, to become frantic, busy. Be using your breath right now in this moment to help ease this sensation for you and bring about a sense of calm, relaxation, and inner peace. Feeling your whole body melt into the floor. Relax and soften all the muscles from the crown of the head all the way down to your big toes. Relax and soften the muscles in the face, particularly the lower jaw. Letting go of any worries, any tension, anything that no longer serves you. Breathing in how you wish to feel today. Coming back to your breath each time you notice the mind wander. If you have the time to stay here, I recommend you do so. 10 to 15 minutes can be so beneficial at the end of your practice. If not, and you wish to join me, you can invite some movement back into the fingers and the toes as you gently wriggle them. Become aware of the ground supporting you now. Option to interlace fingers and take a nice big stretch overhead. Moving the head to the right and to the left. And with eyes closed, gently bending the knees and coming over onto your right side into the fetal position. From here, taking your time, pressing into the palm as you slowly make your way up to a seated cross-legged position. Taking hands together in prayer, thumbs to chest. Just allowing everything to settle here for a moment. Chin parallel to the floor. Relax the shoulders and really broaden through the collarbone. Notice this new attitude of openness now within. A new attitude of attentiveness and kindness to yourself. Dropping chin to chest as a sign of gratitude. Showing gratitude to yourself for showing up on the mat this evening for our online class. Taking this time out of your day to show yourself that love and compassion in your body and mind so badly need. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this practice and we look forward to seeing you back here soon. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.